I do want to thank you for clicking on this link, and this is the reward you're gonna get. You're gonna get to meet Charlene Gage. Maybe if you're in the business of tech PR, maybe you already have met Charlene, but what you don't know until right now is the fact that Charlene is the new contributing editor to Media Survey, and I'm so excited to be able to say that to you. So I want you to say hello to the subscriber base out there, Charlene.
Hello, subscriber base. I'm so excited to meet everyone. For those I have met, re-meet, and be able to work with you, Sam. Like I used to be a subscriber, so I'm excited to be on the side helping you out and digging in.
That's right. We spent a lot of time where Media Survey served Hotwire for, and in fact, it still does. And but the one thing I will say, not to put you on the spot, but I often would say to myself, I wish that other subscribers were like you were, because you understood the client's needs, two, how it worked in an agency, but also, most importantly to me, you understood what editors need and how they're thought. So, because you're a contributor editor, what kinds of contributions would you like to make most to Media Survey?
You know, I'm looking to dig into the reporters, what makes things tick, why does certain coverage go live? As we all know, the landscape, the media scope is shrinking, and that doesn't necessarily mean that access to reporters have to different folks where they're getting their news is specifically going away. So I want to dig into what's influencing the reporters, where are they going as news shrinks, and what does that mean then for how they show up, whether that's in digital, podcasts, visual, social. How are they tapping into the existing ecosystem, using it and reporting it? And that's what I'm looking to bring forward to your subscribers.
Well, one thing I'm looking forward very much from my needs is for you to keep me honest, because it's one thing to get coverage for the client, but what good is the coverage itself? What does it accomplish, right? And that's where you have so much experience, where you would sit down and think about the key messages, how to pull through the key messages. Has that world changed in your opinion? Is that still the way the world works?
I think so. I love myself a good key message. I think how it's distilled is different, but if you don't have a key message, what are we? Why are we pitching? Why are we engaging with press? There has to be a reason. Now, how you repackage or reframe it, that's a whole nother question.
You, on your LinkedIn page, you talk about storytelling. There's a lot of people out there that claim to be storytellers. What is the Charlene Gage brand of storytelling? What is the core value of that?
I think a story is only as powerful as the person telling it and who they're telling it to and in the right way. And that's, I'd say, the package of the Charlene brand. Even though you hear that, I think, a number of times, you identify, like, am I the right person? People have stories. It might be their own experiences. It might be specifically companies. How do you align then the story you want to tell with what resonates with who the company and who the person is? And then how do you find the right audience that story is going to resonate with? It doesn't mean you change your story to resonate with one audience. You go out and you find your people and you really understand then what are the elements that bring that story to life that's going to make it beneficial, that's going to make it interesting to listen to. And you make sure to bring that forward and it's front and center as you send that out. And so that's, as I think about storytellers, we help not as to create the stories, but help people uncover what their story is, help companies uncover what it is that they're trying to say and organize it in a way that's beneficial and find the right people that are going to understand it.
I'm going to take the fun out of this right now and say, how do you measure that against a KPI that some CMO is, he wants to hear about? Do you have any interest in trying to apply metrics to successful storytelling?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in my mind, that's the big PR question is how do you measure it all? And that's why, to me, it comes back to key messages. what are we trying to put out there? Are we saturating and getting into the idea of what I am as a business, as an individual, what I'm trying to say, and is that actually coming through? You can do interviews till you're blue in the face, but if they aren't coming and translating through into articles, what was the point of it? Was it actually valuable for the brand? And so I think the key message, saturation, pick through is going to be important. And then there's also then the amplification. Like, okay, great. I landed this article. It had my key message. It was fantastic, but it has a reader base of only 5 people. Oh, okay. Is that actually beneficial? So figuring out then, okay, how do we balance our key messages with the audience reach and scope? And then how are we picking that up throughout our full comm strategy as well? And so thinking of that whole peso strategy, not just in the earn, how are we amplifying it on our social, on our own, and pushing it even further?
Just a comment to the viewer right now. This is the kind of thing that Charlene and I are going to do often. And we're going to throw a party occasionally and have other voices together. So this is going to be one of the newest features in Media Survey. It's going to be one long dialogue, including many experts all through the months. Now, before we go, speaking of friends and conversations, I believe you are staging a face-to-face event in California, and that is going to happen later in this month. Please tell us about it.
Yeah, I am. I'm incredibly nervous about it, but hopefully it will be great and come together. It's my first of its kind I've ever done. But I was just thinking a lot about the PR industry, where we're at right now with technological changes, where I'm at right now, just like continuing and 10 years on as I think about what the future holds, makes me think, what does a reset conversation look like? And so that kind of started me down a rabbit hole that led me to Control Alt PR plates and what I hope to become continued events to bring together PR folks, comms professionals, and just discuss the landscape as we see it, the realness of it, what we're seeing. How do we adapt and keep this going for the future? And so I'll be holding my first brunch March 27th in San Jose for those in the South Bay in California. It is right next to Caltrain, so hopefully San Francisco people might consider popping down for a good time, hopefully.
And note that it is a Friday. And, nobody works on Friday anyways. And this would be a wonderful way to end the week, learn something, and meet some new cool people. That's what you should do.
That's what I'm hoping for. And I mean, I'm hoping Friday works. AI told me to try Thursday morning. I felt like that was a little iffy, but we'll test it. Hopefully we'll have some more that we can bring together. And maybe that was true. Maybe it was a hallucination, but gotta test things out.
Well, Charlene, I'm just thrilled that you're joining the team here at Media Survey, and it's a two-person team. And the service is going
I'm
to
so excited.
the service is going to be so much better for you. What is the best way that our subscribers can get in touch with you?
I'm officially on the media survey team, so I have a media survey email. So that's going to be the best way to get in touch. Charlene at Media Survey. And I try to check my email regularly. Always also available on LinkedIn. Love a good LinkedIn post.
Thanks for your time, and let's have some fun with this thing, Charlene. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.